everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today in the conference championship, where only one team can move on. It's the Packers going up against the Falcons. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Halfback sent in motion. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Bryant keeps it on the sneak. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They will run again with Coleman. And some room to roam now. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
I got 2.
They'll throw on first. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 3rd down, Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Now the former Gamecock, Spencer Lanning, on to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A great run here in the first, and I think we know one guy who wants a trip to that Super Bowl.
And the way his team is reacting, the way they're blocking for him, they want to go along with him, don't they?
Absolutely. Red zone opportunity. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA, and now a great career in the NFL. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Darren Waller from 3 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now you're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Shift together here from the D-line. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's got room. They give him a gain of 37. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the 1st down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
But anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Ryan on second down. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Kevin White, 64 yards. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
319.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the Packers hand things over to Jake Shum to punt it.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. From the shotgun, Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ryan. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. 1 receiver left, that's Allen. On second down, here's Rodgers. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
26.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Midfield, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackler?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And quickly they get to the line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throw again. Surveying the field. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Third down, Ryan. He's got time. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One receiver left, that's Allen. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third down, 15 yards still needed. On third and long, it's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Backing up. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Rodgers again now. Deep drop. Trying to lay one up deep. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. After the interception, here's Ryan. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Finding time. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Third and long. It's Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now it's Ryan. He completes it right side to White. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be first down Atlanta.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Play clock winding down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Second down following the run. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Third down now following the run. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking deep downfield. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 4th down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he motions the wide receiver. The Packers go for it. Run. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's in by Beasley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. On 1st down, Rodgers surveying the field. Going deep here for Allen. And this one is incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find John Brown. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. To throw, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Rodgers. Can't find anyone open. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, left side. 30. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They come up in an offset eye. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The play clock's running down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Time running out here on the play clock. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Stays on his feet. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Open man, it's Allen. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
So after that big play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Rodgers to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stops right there.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Now Rodgers. Forced it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
Shift together here from the D-line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 50, the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 94 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that run massively in. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And the back goes into motion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rodgers now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yet
it's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Laquan Treadwell, 53 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Rodgers will throw for it. Dancing to his left. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Oh, Charles, that ball didn't go 10 yards. That's why the flag comes out here.
And you know they changed the rule a few years ago, Brandon. Now you only get that one shot as a kicking team to get it right. Now the receiving team will just possess the football.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a short gain down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let it.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.